Alright, so right now you guys are going into your objective. Yo puedo hablar, crear, sostener una conversación, usando, using. Youngers, look at that. Bam! That's what you guys will be doing today. Usando IOP y DOP. Okay? So this is a two-part lecture. Okay? The first part, we're going to focus in only on the indirect object pronouns. On the left side of your paper, please write your rules. This is for your IOPs, which are your indirect object pronouns. Okay, so we have some rules that you're going to go through and use. Rule number 1 is this answers the question. To whom or for whom. And what that means is if somebody is getting something, right, that person becomes the indirect object pronoun. They are not the subject pronoun. I am talking. I am the person doing the action. I am the subject of the sentence. They are indirectly the subject of the sentence. I am talking to you. You are the indirect object of the sentence because you are receiving the action of my beautiful melodious voice. Does that make sense? Okay, so you have a 6-pack that you use here, which we'll get into in just a second. And then number 3, okay, there is a formula. And the formula that you are going to use is subject pronoun, IOP, your verb, your personal a, and then your rest of the sentence. And this will all make sense here in just a second. Okay? So, first things first, what you need is your 6-pack. And you're going to see that this will look very, very similar to what? What does this look like?
Verb conjugations.
Yes. What specifically? How do you say I like? Me gusta. Right? Te gusta. Le gusta. Nos gusta. Okay? Vos gusta and les gusta. Because if you remember, the reason why we use me gusta doesn't mean I like. It means it is pleasing to me. It is pleasing to you. So you've been doing this the whole time without even knowing you've been doing it. So that's how easy it is. Does that part make sense? So that's the 6-pack that you use. What this means is to me, to you, to him or to her, to us, to y'all, and to them. Okay? So far so good? Does that make sense? So now, what we want to go through and do, okay, this is really all that it is. And you can use it with any verb tense, you can use it anywhere in the world. The most important thing that you want to understand within this is a person receiving something. This is a person that is getting something from somebody else. To whom or for whom. Okay? Does that make sense? So just a very simple sentence. If I wanted to say, I gave the gift to my brother. Who is doing the action?
You.
Yeah, I. Okay? What am I doing?
Giving.
Yeah, I gave. Subject, pronoun, verb. What did I give?
Gift.
A gift. It's the object of the sentence. Right? Who received it? My brother. It's the same thing as saying, I gave my brother the gift. Does that make sense? Same thing as saying, I gave my brother a gift. He's still receiving it. It's just not as formal to my brother. Does that make sense? So you can say it either way. I gave my brother a gift, or I gave a gift to my brother. Okay? Notice the color coding. This will help you out tremendously. Because here goes your formula. Your formula is you have to use your subject pronoun, which is going to be I. Then you have to use your IOP. In this case, it's to my brother. Okay, so if I wanted to write this thing out in Spanish, let's do that first. I would say yo di, notice past tense, yeah, covered that last week. El regalo a mi hermano. So far so good? But I don't want to say that. What I want to say is I gave it, I want to say to him. Notice I am substituting in to him for my brother. Okay? So what I'm going to go through and do is do the same thing, but now I'm going to use my formula. How do I say to him? Very good. Le. It's all right there. To him. So I want to say yo le di is basically it. But what I need to do in here is add in this personal a mi hermano. I'm going to put that in parentheses because you don't really need it. Right? The only time, the reason why this is there is kind of a checks and balances to make sure that that's there. Okay? So it's kind of like if I just said, yeah, I gave it to him. What did you give to him? Well, the gift. Who's him? Oh, my brother. So it's just a checks and balances. Okay? This formula here is known as your A, B formula. Because your A's have to match. And then your B's have to match. Okay, and like I said, this part you don't need. You could just say, yo le di el regalo. Okay, I gave him the gift. Or literally it says, I him gave the gift, which really makes it complicated. But this is why this formula, if you remember this formula, it will help you out. Okay? Now this will take time. I understand that. But when we start getting into the stuff that you're talking about with all of our past tenses and future tenses and irregulars and everything else like that, okay, especially going into your intensive, you guys are going to need to be able to use these IOPs when you're going through and having these big debates. Does that make sense? Okay. That is an IOP. We're going to shift gears and go over and do direct object pronouns. Okay, so in direct object pronouns, they're very similar to indirect object pronouns. But what you're doing here is you are saying, this is how you say it or them as in nouns, not them as in people. Does that make sense? Them as in nouns, not them as in people. You do need your six-pack. Your formula, if you notice, is going to be very similar to your IOP formula. subject pronoun, but then we're going to put in a DOP, and then your verb, and then the rest of your sentence. Okay? So, here is the only thing that's different. You can still use may and te, but these two boxes are going to be different here. You're going to say either lo or la, or los or las, which is going to be it or them. And notice that the reason why we're doing this is because every noun is either masculine or feminine in singular or plural. Okay? Every noun is either masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural, feminine plural. Now I'm going to teach you guys a little trick here. I'm going to blow your mind here. Are you ready? It's going to be nuts. It's Monday morning. I don't know if you're ready for it. I'm going to give it a shot. All right. You're asking for it. You're asking for it. Here we go. You have the word La bandera, the flag. But I don't want to say the flag. The flag is red, white, and blue. The flag represents this. The flag is the best. The flag, da, da, da. We don't always say the flag, the flag, the flag, the flag. What do we say? It. We substitute it in for the flag, right? I'm going to blow your mind. You ready? This is how you do it. That's it.
Law.
It's really hard.
I quit. I'm dropping out.
That's it. All right, you guys ready? The flags. This is tough. I don't want to keep saying the flags, the flags, the flags, the flags. I want to say them. Not them as in people, but them as in nouns. You guys ready?
Lots. Yep.
How'd you know?
Oh my God.
It's craziness. This is craziness.
Oh my God.
Ready? We have Los Carteles, which are posters. I don't want to keep saying Los Carteles. It's going to be crazy.
Los.
Woo!
It's gone.
No way.
That's how you say them. Now, I saved the best for last. This is the only one.
Oh no.
If I wanted to say El Regalo, this is the only tricky one. So once you think you get it, here comes your curveball. You can't say El Regalo. You change the L to Lo. That's the only one you have to worry about.
Isn't that pretty much Spanish as a whole, though?
Yep, once you think you get it.
Something that a curveball comes your way?
Yep, that's why they do it. Just keep you on your toes. Okay, does that make sense? So,
Netflix.
let's go back to our example. I gave the gift to my brother. What is now the direct object of this sentence?
The gift.
The gift. It's the noun, right? So the noun now becomes your DOP. We're going to keep everything else as is. So now, I gave the gift to my brother. I just want to replace the gift with it. So instead of saying, yo, lady, I just want to say, this is how you live. YOLO, because that's how you live. Because it's YOLO, because you live once.
It's okay.
You love, yeah. So now you're saying it gave. I gave YOLO di a mi hermano, and then you don't need this el regalo because you've already replaced the regalo with it. I gave it to my brother. It refers to the previous sentences about the gift. Does that make sense? Yes, yes? Okay. Now, on the presentation that I've attached on the web page, there's another slide that you combine IOPs and DOPs together. Where you say, I gave it to him. Okay? And it's really easy to do, and there's a formula there, so just go and check that out. But that's very complex. I would rather you guys focus in on IOPs, DOPs, making sure you get those before you take it to the next level. Sound good? Any questions? All right, so go check out that PowerPoint and we'll go from there.